Hi friends, welcome to my channel. My name is Katie. I thought I'd pop on here today with a video showcasing my sunflower decor. For many years my classroom decor was sunflowers, so I've had the habit of sprinkling this precious flower around the house in August. It's a perfect late summer or early fall motif, and I've loved collecting sunflower stuff throughout the years. I thought I'd also touch on the addition of our home in East Texas. It's in full swing. I'd love it if you would hit the like button and subscribe for more videos. Any interaction helps my content in the algorithm, and that encourages me to make more videos for you. Now that the business is out of the way, let's get started. You've been looking at a piece we lovingly call Starsky the Hutch. I'm probably dating myself, but I loved that show as a teenager. This piece is relatively new to our collection. We bought it in 2020 before we realized that our new country weekend home would be our permanent home. It will be going with us when we sell our house here in town and move out there. It will go in the dining room, which is the only room with any kind of ceiling height. At least that's the plan for now. We'll see how it fits. I've enjoyed filling this piece with white ironstone and seasonal touches throughout the years. While my husband's out for seeing the construction on our new house, I've been doing paint touch-ups, and that's one of the projects I was working on today. The next little dresser is a piece I inherited from my parents. It was already refinished by my mom, I think, but was in need of a redo at some point since it was in my home. I painted it a very dark blue. I hope that it's going to work in the new dining room with Starsky, but if not, it can always be used as a dresser again. I use it now to store linens. The next piece is my beautiful corner cupboard. I absolutely needed to bring this piece along with us to East Texas. I inherited it from my parents back in 2019. Before that, it had been in my stepmother's home. We didn't have a corner for it, actually, with the home as it was. I guess I could have put it in the living room, but I don't really want to do that. And so we are creating a corner for it, and it's going to go in, I think it's going to go in the breakfast area, and so it'll be seen from the living room. It'll be seen from other places, but I'm excited about that. The table I hope to use in the new dining area. My dad built the base of that. My husband put together a new top for it because the top was made from old barnwood and it was very, very worn and splintery. We tried to refinish it, but we just couldn't get it smooth. And the chairs, keeping the chairs. I had a lot of fun learning how to print on fabric, and this sunflower right here was my most successful attempt. One attempt was a complete fail, and the other was pretty good, but not as good as this one. Now let's go into the living room. I plan to keep all of our upholstered furniture, and I'm hoping that it fits. I may have to lose a chair, but I hope that it's all going to fit. I made slip covers for all this furniture, and so I have a vested interest in keeping it, even though it's all about 10 years old or so. If you've ever made slip covers, you know how difficult it is. We're going to keep the little trunk that we use as a coffee table. The sunflowers came from Hobby Lobby. And I love my little collection of watch faces and clock faces. The dark break front we got in an antique store in Fort Worth, and we've had it for probably, 10 or 12 years. And we've created a spot for it in between two windows in our new den. This room basically is just going to be replicated right out there in the new den. I don't know what I did differently, but I was finally able to dry hydrangeas this year. I don't know if I mentioned this in the last video, but one of the other reasons why I kind of stopped making videos last year, one was because of YouTube frustration, but the other was because my precious favorite aunt died last August, and so that just depressed me a little bit, I think, for a while. By that time it was, fall decorating, Christmas decorating, and I'd already shared all that, so I just didn't really even feel like sharing. But that little, my aunt had all these wonderful book tables, and after I got home from helping clean out her house, or maybe it was her service, I can't remember, last year I found that at the thrift store for $45, and it reminded me of her. And then I found that little brass plant stand thing at the same time, and I absolutely love that. It's just so cute. That was $15. Okay, now let's talk about Sarah, the Empire chest in the corner. I found this piece in the trash as I was headed to the grocery store, and it's probably been 15 years ago. My dad had one like it, so I loaded it in my van and brought it home. 8 years later, my work bestie Sarah came to pick me up to go to lunch or go to a meeting or something. She saw the chest and stated that it belonged to her grandmother, and I was like, no, it's not. It was not your grandmother's. And we went back and forth for a couple of seconds. Yes, it was my grandmother's. No, it wasn't. It couldn't have been. I said that it was impossible because I found it in the trash, and I didn't find it at her house because I know where she lives. She said that she and her dad were cleaning out her house so that she and her family could move in. She didn't want Grandma's chest of drawers. The foot was broken and the drawers were very heavy and wonky. Their friend was cleaning out a rental around the corner from me, so they put it with the other stuff that had come out of that house, and that is where I found it. She knew that someone who was handy could fix the foot, and my husband's extremely handy, so he was able to make a foot. The wonky drawers make it unmistakable that it was her grandmother's. I told her recently that she saved her family years of frustration by getting rid of it. The drawers are so heavy and hard to open and close, her kids would have been so frustrated. Sadly, I think the scale is much too wide for our other house. We have shorter ceilings there. And my hope is that it will go to someone that knows both of us and will appreciate it as much as I have appreciated it. The little French commode is from the same antique store as Starsky. I think we've had it about 3 years. It holds all of our flatware, and I think it'll be easy to tuck into a corner at the new house. The print above it belonged to my parents, and this silver service belonged to my mom. Starsky 2.0 was thrifted last year. It's very fun to decorate for the seasons and the holidays, and I hope that it will be able to fit into the new butler's pantry. Okay, so now let me update you on the addition in East Texas. We plan to move permanently to the little house we bought in 2020. I'm sure you can find one of those videos on my channel. We decided that if we liked country life, we would move once my husband was retired and he no longer had to commute to Dallas. The house had some things we wanted to add so that it would meet our needs a little better in our retirement. We are enclosing a porch and carport to create a dining room and a den. An addition will include a new laundry room / mudroom, 2 closets, a new large primary bath, and a wee little craft room for me. The old laundry room will become a butler's pantry. We're also adding a new screen porch on the back, and we removed a closet and the old bathroom so that our room would be a little bit bigger. It took us several weeks to connect with the plumber, but once he had the rough-in plumbing done, we were able to schedule the concrete pour. The concrete guy lives right next door to us, so they were able, and he's great. He's a great neighbor. They were able to get us in within a couple of days. The next week, the roofer, who's also the carpenter, re-roofed the existing structure, and that took a couple of days. So during week 1 of actual construction, they only worked 3.5 days because it started to rain. But they framed, sheathed, and wrapped the new dining room and den walls. They framed, put up the beams, trusses, and decking for the new porch. They also started the walls of the addition on Thursday before it started to rain. That was the only week that they've only worked part-time. The rest of the time they've been there. Somebody's been there almost every day. And in fact, they've been working 6 or 7 days a week. During week 2, they built the addition and put up the interior walls. We were finally able to see what that new addition was going to look like. They built a new roof so that all that was left was the shingles. With Bill's help, they finished the demo of the old closet and main bathroom and then added the beam that had to go up in the attic. They also began installing windows in the new sections, and they put in the new mudroom door and the new French doors that would lead out onto the porch. Okay, friends, I think that will do it for this video. I'll be back with more about the addition because we're currently in week 5, so there's more to share. Unfortunately, I haven't been out there filming. There's been no air conditioning, so this was a slow week. This is exciting, but can be stressful. And this is the first time we've ever done anything like this, so it's wonderful to see these plans translate into reality. Bye for now.